Hey there, I'm Justine, someone who juggles investing in startups with making fun, experimental videos. I've become obsessed with the latest AI video tools, and today I'm walking you through my whole creator stack and how one tool makes the entire process much smoother. Think of this as a friendly tour through my messy creative lab, where I'll drop a cheat code for transforming long videos into shareable clips at the end. We'll kick things off with that text-to-video model everyone is talking about right now. It's incredibly impressive, but you definitely need to handle it with a bit of care. Be warned, you'll need a specific subscription tier to access the top-tier version, as the interface can sometimes silently revert to an older model. The absolute magic here is the native audio generation, letting you get synchronized dialogue or sound effects instantly, no extra layering needed. However, it has quirks like inventing strange filler phrases if your prompt is too short, or jumping scenes if transitions aren't clearly described. My personal hack is writing the scene sequentially, almost like stage directions, and adding a bit more dialogue than necessary to keep the audio coherent. Next up is the scene animator, which excels at taking a single still frame and breathing dynamic motion into it. This tool is fantastic for animating a photo, adding subtle camera movements, or bringing static characters into action. It manages to handle action sequences surprisingly well, and it's genuinely difficult to completely break, which is a huge plus. The main limitation is that it prefers a single starting frame over a full keyframe setup, meaning you have to be clever with your initial input. It helps immensely to include small prompts like camera follows subject or add sparks to guide the model's energy placement. Plus, you can attach external audio afterward, and the resulting sync usually ends up looking very clean. For creating talking avatars, there's a platform that nails the mouth movement and lip sync, offering flexibility to upload audio, record directly, or generate voice from text. The coolest feature is voice cloning from a short sample, letting the system speak anything in your exact tone for consistent content without constant studio time. A pro tip for natural animation is to always start with a neutral expression in the still image input. If the starting still shows a smile but the text is serious, the resulting mismatch in facial expression becomes incredibly uncanny. When you need Hollywood-level visual effects, there's a marketplace where you can apply shared effects like floods, fires, or cool pixel animations to your frames. It really is a playground for visual ideas, sometimes spitting out moments that look genuinely cinematic. The trade-off, however, is that you usually need very specific prompts and careful image selection to get an output that reads clearly in motion. Finally, on the open source side, there's a hub that lets you run a single prompt across several different models at once, so you can choose the best result. I love this because it lets you experiment across different creative voices. Some models keep things tight, while others offer exaggerated motion. This hub also conveniently bundles enhancement options to clean up low-res video, fix frame duplication, and upscale to a smooth 60 frames per second. Seriously, that final enhancement step is what takes a promising clip and makes it truly polished for platforms like TikTok or Instagram. So that wraps up the quick tour of all those specialized tools. While they are all individually powerful, the major bottleneck for creators is the time spent chaining them all together. You generate clips, download them, move them to another app for sound and captions, schedule the posts, and you inevitably lose momentum in that manual pipeline. This process results in a pile of half-finished content and an irregular posting schedule, which is essentially death for growth on any feed. This is exactly where I introduced Vizard into my workflow, and honestly, it completely changed the game for me. Vizard isn't trying to replace every fancy text-to-video or VFX toy. Instead, it solves a very specific, crucial problem. It intelligently takes your long-form footage, automatically finds the moments likely to perform best, edits them into ready-to-post clips, and handles the distribution schedule. I genuinely treat it like having a personal content editor who works tirelessly around the clock. Here's the actual process. I drop a 30-minute live stream or a 20-minute interview file directly into the platform. The AI then analyzes the entire recording, pulling out highlight candidates like jokes, strong reaction shots, key opinions, and punchy one-liners. Instead of endless manual scrubbing, I receive a stack of suggested clips, each already featuring auto-generated captions and thumbnail ideas. From there, I can quickly tweak the edit if needed, or simply hit the publish button and move on. Next, I set the auto-schedule frequency, maybe 3 posts per week, and Vizard intelligently spaces them out for optimal engagement times. The content calendar provides a clear overview, allowing me to easily rearrange items or pause a scheduled clip if something more newsworthy breaks. So why is this shift so significant for my process? First and foremost, it saves me several hours of painstaking work every single week. I used to dedicate my mornings to extracting clips, manually creating captions, and deciding the precise moment to post everything. Now, I can redirect that energy into crafting better long-form content, knowing the short-form distribution is fully automated and handled. Second, it saves money and time compared to the headache of stitching together 5 separate tools for detection, captioning, scheduling, and publishing. Even the high-end experimental video generators are great for standalone pieces, but they exist outside the actual publishing workflow, requiring a tool like Vizard to achieve real scale. Furthermore, compared to those studio-grade apps, Vizard is specifically built for creators who demand predictable and consistent output. Those flashy avatar and VFX platforms are perfect for those one-off hero pieces, like a cinematic scene or a big VFX stunt. But those complex tools simply aren't purpose-built for the kind of high-volume publishing required today. Vizard takes the valuable content you already create and turns it into a steady stream of digestible snacks that the algorithm actively rewards. Let me share a couple of real-world examples that illustrate this perfectly. I once had a 40-minute panel where one speaker delivered a perfect 5-second mic drop line. Vizard instantly flagged that moment, generated 3 different cropped versions with unique captions, and suggested optimal posting times. 2 weeks later, one of those clips went viral and drove significant traffic right back to the original long-form panel. Another time, an interview contained several underrated but insightful AI takes, which Vizard repackaged into a mini-series that sustained engagement for days. Without this automation, those incredible moments would have simply lived and died on an old hard drive, completely unseen. Here are a few workflow tips. Keep your long-form videos organized with clear file names and timestamps so the AI can better map topic shifts. Always choose a posting cadence that you can realistically sustain because quality will always matter more than sheer quantity. Finally, use the content calendar specifically to batch your minor tweaks, not to manage your entire editing process. If you still want that stunning cinematic one-off, create it with the specialized tools and then feed that finished piece into Vizard for distribution slicing. To be fair, there are still necessary trade-offs within the entire creative ecosystem. The experimental generators are excellent for testing new stylized formats by creating entire scenes from scratch, which is super fun. But those tools frequently demand special subscriptions, very precise prompts, and significant manual finishing work. The high-end avatar and VFX platforms are amazing for big brand-building moments, yet they are a genuine heavy lift for consistent daily distribution. Vizard, on the other hand, is the vital missing puzzle piece for any creator who needs absolute consistency without hiring an editor or juggling 10 different applications. If you want to try this flow, here's my simple recipe. Record a 20 to 60-minute session with clear audio, upload it to Vizard, review the auto-detected highlights, select a schedule, and let the AI handle the final publishing. Pair that volume system with just one high-polished hero clip made in a specialized tool each week, and you achieve both massive scale and a standout creative highlight. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today on this quick tour of the Creator Stack. I genuinely love swapping workflows, so please drop a comment below telling me what tools are working for you and what isn't. If you want to see the actual experimental clips that succeed, you can follow Venture Twins on X, where I post all the performance results. And if you decide to plug Vizard into your pipeline, please let me know how much time it frees up in your actual week. It might not replace every single fancy toy you own, and you shouldn't expect it to, but it might finally free up the time for you to create the things you are truly excited about.